I teach English at the high school. I teach seniors right now, and the graphic novel. We started talking about it a few years ago. There was a lot of enthusiasm from students in terms of graphic novels in the library. There was this club, the Most Club, which was a magazine of kids' drawings. And I didn't really have a lot of exposure to graphic novels myself. I really wasn't reading them except for Mouse, which has been around since about the 1980s. But the kids who were doing it were really enthusiastic about it, and I was noticing that in libraries, even in our school library, that the number of books in that area was just expanding. My own daughter was very interested in it sort of from, I would say, late elementary school on. And I thought about, wouldn't it be great to have a class where a lot of kids who even didn't like reading that much would get a lot from it. This would be a great course for people who need to take an English class, but also might just attract people from sort of a really broad spectrum of students. Those who are really passionate about graphic novels, those who don't like to read so much, those who maybe like to draw and have this really artistic sensibility. We have a school where we value the arts, and so let's see if we can sort of combine arts and literature. That's kind of the inception of it. I had written a course outline, but then I decided, since it's elective, what would be ideal is to have students participate in the process of what they thought the course should be like. A lot of the students here have a very deep understanding of the graphic novel. They look at stuff online all the time. They're really interested in fan fiction and this kind of thing. So really their scope of their knowledge is really much, much broader than mine is. So for me it's great because I think I'm learning a lot, but I think for them don't know the classic text like Mouse or Persepolis. The first book we read is called Understanding Comics, and it's by Scott McCloud, and it's this incredible book that really introduces everybody to this ideas of the panels, how color is used, how the picture plane is used, the gutter, which is the space in between the panels, when panels bleed, like you would have sort of a cliffhanger at the end of a chapter. We start with that, and we talk a lot about what is he showing us and what are we looking for. There's been some academic research saying that people who read graphic novels tend to remember the information pretty profoundly, more so than people remember just actually in a regular novel or in a regular essay, because the use of both text, which is very pared down, and then the use of pictures, which is also pared down to its most iconic form, tends to make the reader invest in the story. You have to bring a lot of your brain into the story. And so what happens is you activate as a learner. You activate as a participant in the process of the reading. You know, graphic novel is its own genre, like poetry is a genre, or essays are a genre. And so there's sort of certain language to talk about it. You do not have to be artistic, actually, to be in the class. The students said that they wanted to create a sort of a whole backstory to a character and generate this whole sort of character development over time, thinking about it, talking about it with each other, and then writing something. And then some people created that into just a written story, and some people did panels with that, and then they presented it. My whole idea is to sort of look at the depth and breadth of what's out there. I try to pick, as I said, you know, like pick memoir, pick superhero-y stuff, pick some sort of comical stuff. Graphic novels are graphic. There are just some disturbing images. There tends to be a lot of sexy things in them. It is a part of the genre. And I think students are really exposed to that a lot in their lives. I think that that's what's on television, it's what's in the movies, but it tends to be very explicit. I think what's nice about this class, which is different than, you know, a required English class, is that people chose it. And as a result, there's just a great enthusiasm for it. Everybody's pumped up to do the assignments. Everybody's pumped up to do the reading. You know, it's just fun to read graphic novels. They're very engaging. There's just something nice about everybody coming in and wanting to do it. It's just fun and upbeat. It's just, the atmosphere is really nice. So what this course does, I would say, is it attracts a wide spectrum of the student population. The students are seniors, juniors, and sophomores. And that's one of the things that makes it really exciting too. Because there are kids who are really, like, they struggle a little bit in school in general, but they read all these books and they know about them and they're into it, and, you know, they're really powerful members of the class. So that's great.